Alright, we're back with Rogue. Um, I watched back the two videos I recorded yesterday and realized the sound was not recording properly. I just did a test and I think I've got it fixed. So A, hopefully you'll hear the audio of the game, meager as it is. And B, hopefully it's not set to such a volume that it's now deafening and terrible. Let's go back into the Dungeon of Doom with Sir Kirgarath. There's a little playback. Oh, it actually recorded the fact that we were in tiles mode off as well. That's kind of neat. I did a little reading. There is a way to view those rec files in a different way. You can back them up, and then you can actually step through them press by press, step by step, turn by turn. Again, for verification purposes. There's no real other reason. I'm going to go in the corner, the opposite corner, and rest in case that door suddenly opens and something comes through. I don't want to go through with this few hit points. We have to meet another centaur. I did look up centaurs, by the way. They don't have any special abilities in the sense of... I thought they damaged your equipment. I don't know where I got that notion. I just had a memory of it, but they don't. According to online, they do have 3 attacks. Not that you'd ever know that. How would you possibly know that? The information is not provided to you. Unlike Moria, where it says it attacks and misses, it attacks and hits, it attacks and hits, you know. In this, you just get an end result. So there'd be no way for you to know that centaur was as dangerous as it is. I also looked up kobolds just because I was curious. I didn't determine what mythology they are from. Let's eat. But apparently, did you hear that? I didn't even hear that before. There you go. Delicious. In whatever mythology they originate in, they are a... again, hopefully it's not so loud. But hopefully you can hear it. I'll find out when I finish this video. Whatever mythology they were from, they were a household little goblin that was supposed to help you, and as long as you served them milk and fed them, they would aid you, and if you forgot to do so, they'd get angry and start wrecking your shit, like Poltergeist. That's what a kobold actually is. How it became known as a little dog-like goblin, I guess that's D&D. I don't know. But yeah, they didn't have to change kobolds in this. There's no way they could have gotten sued. Anyways, something else I noticed from the last video, I kept backing out of doors like this because in Moria, if we found ourselves in this situation and we stayed here, both the rattlesnake to the north and the orc to the northwest would have been able to attack us because you can attack on diagonals even in doorways, even with walls to the sides. In this you can't, so I'm actually only facing the rattlesnake here, so it makes sense to stay here. We got into a problem yesterday where we backed off and a slime copied itself beside us and all kinds of crap. That wouldn't have happened if we were put, so... This is the safest place to be for these purposes. We're weaker than... We'll fix that later. Here comes the orc. And you'll note, actually, the orc didn't go for the gold there. I'm not sure why. Usually they do. I'm not sure what the criteria there is. Also, incidentally... I can't read what that says. Also, incidentally, we are playing Classic Rogue version 2.5, according to my files that I saw. Crossbow bolts. So I guess you can find crossbows. What else can I tell you? Yeah, we're playing version 2.5. I'll also say this, that the wiki I found that talked about Rogue mentioned short bows. It mentioned, as I said, daggers and long swords and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, that's an interesting little corridor. As I said, they do get modified. There's an Aquator. Fuck. As I mentioned, sorry, my wife came down the hall with a look on her face, which I assume means there's some interesting news breaking right now, a la the politics of the moment, which is very intriguing to both of us, and I kind of want to find out what it is, but I'll find out when we're done this video. At any rate, now she's shaking her head no, so I don't know what it was that she was trying to communicate to me with that amused look on her face. Anyways, yeah, this is version 2.5. As far as I can tell, again, a whole bunch of things I'm trying to communicate at once. I got confused. Classic Rogue is apparently based on PC Rogue version 1.48, so I guess it is an evolution of Rogue, a direct lineage of some sort, but it branches and branches and branches, just like all these what do you call it, classic major roguelikes or classic roguelikes do. So it is in the family of Rogue, that's for sure. What else do I want to tell you quickly? I was trying to communicate before. I looked up the wiki, and it mentioned there were daggers, there were long swords, and all this kind of stuff. It also mentioned there were short bows, which we obviously know because we have one. But we just found crossbow bolts, so I don't know if crossbows are a later addition to the game again, or if they were unique to classic Rogue, and if you went back to PC Rogue version 1.48, they wouldn't exist. I don't know. It's just kind of weird that there are all these different circumstances at work. I do know that in this game, as per Moria, if you want to shoot a monster, you have to do so on direct lines. We can't just shoot, you can only shoot in the 8 cardinal directions directly. So we do have to line ourselves up artificially. Let's switch to our short bow. We're going to throw an arrow to the west. Let's throw L. Let's throw to the west again. We'll get the Aquator. Let's throw to the west again. We'll get the Aquator again. Let's throw to the west again. We'll get the Aquator. Son of a bitch, they're getting closer. We're not killing it. We're going to take off our armor soon. We don't want it to get close enough to us to destroy our armor. Okay, let's go. Okay, we killed it. Hey, we went up a level. Hopefully you heard that sound effect. We're a warrior now. Throw to the west. Traditionally, when I played this game in the past, I wasn't using my bow, like at all. Very rarely did I do so, and it's obviously a very good tactic, so I advise you and any others to use your bow often. Let's go back to the mace for now, though. What do we got here? A two-handed sword. Now, that's allegedly a freaking amazing weapon. Do we dare use it? Let's put on the leather armor. Do we have anything that we can read? Let's see if we have any scrolls we can read. Let's read some scrolls and find out if we can tell, if we can identify anything. Read B. As you read the scroll, it vanishes. Apparently it teleported us. Okay, so that's a scroll of teleportation. To our south, that is a leprechaun. Leprechauns always sit on piles of gold. So if you can kill them, you can get the gold. If you don't attack them, I believe they'll leave you alone. Maybe it's if you don't approach them, so I don't know if it's going to attack us when we move. I'm not going to bother attacking it. I'm going to step away to the right. Yeah, it's not even bothering us. Let's pick up that gold. I could probably kill it with a bow. You want to see if we can do that? Just for shits and giggles. Let's throw. Okay. I feel less confused now. That's another interesting. It didn't affect us. Another interesting property in the game of Rogue, or at least classic Rogue. When you teleport, you are momentarily confused on the other end. So when you're trying to move around after you've teleported, for the first 3 or 4 turns, when you press a direction, you may not go the direction you want to go, which is, I think, a really, really interesting feature. It would be disorienting to suddenly find yourself in a different place. It didn't seem to affect us there, though. I went exactly where I wanted to. And now it's saying we feel less confused. So maybe coincidentally, are we using the bow? Yeah. Maybe coincidentally, we just didn't get confused there. I was shooting to the west arrows. Okay, now it's coming at me. I'm going to do it again just because I don't have my other weapon out. The arrow hits the leprechaun. Leprechaun barely misses you. I killed it. It may be the first leprechaun I've ever killed without getting hit. They're not a big threat as far as I can tell. If you do, for instance, walk up and attack it with your mace or your whatever you're using, if I remember correctly from the past, when I've done so, I usually hit it, then it swings back. It can hit you for like 1 damage, and then it disappears in a puff of smoke, taking its gold with it, if I remember correctly. That's the first time I've ever taken one on with a bow. Now, we know that the one scroll is a teleport. Let's read the other scroll. Favluk Deck. You hear a growling noise very close to you. I think it's a scroll of summoning monsters. Let's call it growl, because I don't know that for sure yet. Okay. I think we just summoned a monster, which would suck. I want to use that two-handed sword, man, but what if it's cursed? Should I do it anyway? You know what? YOLO. I know that phrase is out of fashion and stupid. You're now wielding a two-handed sword. It doesn't appear to be cursed, so hopefully we're now doing 4 to 16 damage instead of the base mace is 2 to 8. Would have been 3 to 9 with ours. We'll have a slightly harder time hitting, I guess, because we won't have the +1 to hit. But that should be made up for by the fact that we're doing massive damage. Let's also wear You can't. It appears to be cursed. Okay, it is a cursed sword. So I can't change from my sword until I get rid of it with a scroll of remove curse. That's unfortunate. Let's nonetheless double down. You're already wearing some. So I gotta press Shift T to take off my armor. I'm taking off my +3 ring mail. Because I don't want to risk an Aquator. I'm not trying to drop it. Let's see what just happened here. Now I'm going to try wearing... Let's wear the leather armor, because we really don't care if it gets... Oh, for fuck's sakes, it's damaged as well, or it's cursed as well. Let's try taking it off. You can't, it appears to be cursed. Okay, we really messed up here. Let's drop something. Son of a bitch. We want to get back our awesome armor. Let's drop I, the least arrows we have, and then pick up this. Oh, maybe we didn't have to. Okay, we've got it back. I don't know why I dropped it the first time. So we need to find a scroll to remove curse to get rid of the -2 leather armor we're wearing, which gives us armor class 1 now instead of 7. We're going to hit left and right. And we're using a cursed two-handed sword, which I don't know. I don't have a clue what that means or how badly that affects us. I just don't know. I'm not seeing anywhere else. Let's try over here. Let's go back and... Oh, fuck. We can't take off the armor. Might as well just go ahead and attack it. Search. Okay. I'm trying to find another room where maybe we can find a scroll that will remove curse. I mean, the cursed two-handed sword is still at least somewhat effective, clearly. We're killing things with it. Got some gold, yo. Let's even dare search up here, because it looks like there's a big empty space up there. I'm searching every other square, because as far as I know, it searches directly in front of you, as well as... Like, it searches the 8 cardinal directions around you. This actually means we can go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and then we're searching all the walls to the north. I don't know if we're searching enough, or for that matter, if there's anything here. Maybe there's nothing here. Alright, let's just move on, I guess. Getting closer to our goal, but I think we're also getting closer to dying. We need to fix this curse problem. Got an excellent hit on us. Well, at least it didn't drain our strength. I mentioned before you can press Control and a direction to auto run, which is awesome. When you're doing that, when you're pressing Control and auto running, you will stop as soon as you encounter a monster, as soon as you encounter a wall, a door, or a branch in the corridor you're in. You can also press Shift and run in a direction. It will ignore any branches in the corridor. It will only stop when you meet a monster or a door. But I don't know why you'd want to do that. I guess if you know for sure where you're going, you could do that to ignore a branch. Let's back off. We do not want to face this thing with more than one at once. Let's rest a little bit. Alright, just that much. And we'll keep exploring and hopefully get our health back via exploration. Oh, a zombie. I assume if I remove the curse from the two-handed sword, it will now be a perfectly beautiful, functional two-handed sword. I don't know what that does. At some point when I was playing Moria and doing the commentary in that, I mentioned erroneously, and then I corrected myself, that you could throw potions. I guess you can throw potions in Moria. It just won't have any other effect than the idea of throwing a glass bottle at somebody. I don't know if it does any damage even. There is an amazing... Oh, interesting. There's a new booby trap. A strange white mist envelops you and you fall asleep. Now, if we do our Shift 6, you found a sleeping gas trap. With spaces this time. Sorry, I gripe about such things. Why was it bear trap one word and bear trap 2 words in that other circumstance? In regards to sleeping gas, yeah, it means we miss a bunch of turns. If there had been a monster nearby, it would have gotten to attack us during all those periods. But fortunately, there was no monster nearby. I also don't know that there's any way to disarm traps in this game. Maybe by a wand or something, I don't know. But there's no, as far as I can see, let's do a double check. In Moria, you can press Shift D to disarm traps. In this, that's discoveries. We'll look at that in a second. I'm not seeing any way to disarm traps. S does search for both traps and doors. You can see that written there. Let's do Shift D. Kind of interesting. This is what we found so far. We found a potion called Restore Strength, Amber. We found a potion of Haste Self. We found a potion of Gain Strength. So it's important to know, once you know what scrolls and potions are in the game, if you've played the game enough to know that, knowing what you found and what you haven't found can help you narrow down what the next thing you're going to drink is, or read is. So that's kind of cool. I wish it would, like, now that we know a potion of gains, we do know a potion of gains, right? A potion of Restore Strength is actually a potion of Restore Strength. We've tested that and seen the effect. I wish it wouldn't stay by my old name. I wish it would actually name it a potion of Restore Strength instead of a potion of capital Restore, capital Stra. Likewise, to be honest, when we used the what we were calling an armor scroll, which enchanted our armor by 1 point, we saw the effect. There was no reason for it to deny it. Our armor went up by 1. Our ring mail was then +2 ring mail instead of +1. So I don't know why it made us name it. Why didn't it just say, hey, that's a scroll of... Ah, fuck me. I held down the S key and that thing came through. Don't hold down keys, man. Do as I say, not as I do. That is a valid lesson for anyone to learn in this life. Never do as I do. Probably in any arena in life. What the hell? Why not? Oh, I can't even use my short bow anymore because my two-handed sword is cursed and I can't take it off. So I can't get him with a bow, and I'm not going near him. I don't need his gold. Fuck. We're trapped in this corner. Let's try and kill one quickly. Alright, that one's dead. Divided again. This could be the end of us. Fuck, if we don't start hitting, it's definitely going to be the end of us. Alright, we can get out of here. Oh, no, we can't. Alright, this is going to be the end of us if we don't do something now. Let's take a look at what we got. We could do the potion of Haste Self. Maybe that would help. We also have a gray potion, which might be a healing potion. We also have... We have no more scrolls, do we? Short of trying to hack our way out of here, that's really our options. Eating food won't heal you. It just gives you... It just fills you up. We can't put on different armor. We can't put on different weapons. We can't switch to our bow. Not that we want to. So we can either rely on luck and try and hack our way through this situation, or we can drink... I'm going to drink the potion of Haste Self, which hopefully gives me 2 turns. Meaning I can drink the gray potion thereafter, and then I can hack my way out while I'm hasted. That's my best guess. This could be a short... Well, it's not that short. It could be a shorter video. It's going to be a short game anyway. I told you I'm not going to last that long. Let's try quaffing C. You feel yourself moving much faster. Nonetheless, they're hitting me. Okay, now let's try quaffing the gray potion. Don't know what it did, but they're hitting the hell out of me. Alright, I'm going to try hacking my way through, man. I don't know what else to do. Oh, I can see what that potion did. The gray potion. Because if you look to our right, you'll see there's an ice monster now in the darkness. It must be some sort of potion of like ESP or sensing monsters or something. I want to try one thing right now. I think our game's about to end. I've moved... I don't know if you can see my cursor or not. I actually turned off the ability for you to see my cursor for this game because Rogue plays at a weird aspect ratio, and OBS was like fighting it. My recording software was fighting the recording of it. It didn't want to do it properly, and I had to pull some tricks. I don't really know that much about OBS. I'm not good at using it. I had to pull some tricks to get it to work. And therefore, when I was trying to point out some stuff when I did a test recording, I was trying to point out stuff with my mouse. The mouse was not recording as being at the location it appeared on my screen when I was recording it. So So I turned it off so I didn't get confused. It was also leaving contrails of mouse droppings behind the edges of the screen. That said, this, just so you know, this game does have some limited mouse controls. I'm not going to get a chance to show them to you. Maybe I'll try right now. If you can see this, my mouse is now I'm moving it around beside my icon, and it turns into little arrows pointing in the direction of any square. So it's pointing right now to the left because I have the mouse hovering over the square to my left. And were I to click that square, I would move into that square. So you can move using the mouse if you really want to, but it's not a lengthy, like you can't like click any square on the map and fast travel there, or it won't pathfind. It's a very rudimentary system. Also, I'm just interested in this. I think if I right-clicking opens this menu, and I don't know if you can see it or not because I don't know if it's mouse dependent. But there are all these little sub-menus that opened up. You can turn this down. Here's some options and stuff. So if you're really not enjoying the fact that there are so many key presses, you can use a mouse to control it to some degree. I guess. I'm guessing pressing, if I left click right now, and again I don't know if you can see it, it's offering me the opportunity to wield. I'm guessing it would be the equivalent of pressing W. I'm guessing it's not just telling me that W is wield. Here's all the options. So I think you can actually control it with a mouse, which is kind of neat. If only there was a mouse option for get me the hell out of here, which there's not. How do I get rid of that? Do I press escape? Pressing escape twice got rid of it. Okay. We're going to hack our way to the east. We're going to hope to God several things. One, that haste self is actually having an effect. Oh, there's a centaur up to the north too, coming down that passage. We're about to die. We're going to hope that haste self actually means we attack faster. And we're also going to hope they miss, because I think we're going to die this turn. Here we go. Oops. There we go. I don't hit. It divides. Great. It misses me. It's injured me. Oh, we didn't die this turn. Is there anything else we can do? Potions restore strength. I mean, it's a little late for that. We're just dead, guys. There's no way around this. Press space to continue. I'm going to try hacking east again. I miss. I barely miss, apparently. How the hell I'm still alive? I don't know. I haven't got one of them. And that's it. There we go. Rest in peace, Sir Kirgarath. Killed by a slime. 2018 is the accurate year. 1932? AU is the accurate month. It is August. 1932. I don't know what the hell I was trying to communicate with that number. I think it was trying to communicate a date, and the code is messed up. So anyway, that's true. It's actually August 22nd. That doesn't seem to correspond to anything that makes any sense there. All right. Well, guys, that is the game. As I said, it'd be a very short Let's Play. It's a quick little handy game. It's fun. I got to admit, it's addicting. Like, I'm kind of tempted to dive back in and give it another run on my own. But it definitely does not have the depth of something like Moria. It is just something meant to pass the time. It's what's called a coffee break roguelike, even though it is the etymology of all roguelikes. It's still nonetheless not trivial, that's the wrong word, but a coffee break roguelike. It's something to play quickly and be done with, and just if you got a half hour off on your lunch break, you can whip this out and not be concerned that it's going to consume you with any degree of passion for the one character you're playing, because he's going to die quick, or you're going to win quick. We were a good quarter of the way there. If we hadn't switched to that two-handed sword, if we hadn't switched to that leather armor, if either of those things was true, certainly if both of those things were true, we probably wouldn't be dead now. So, lesson learned, don't take unnecessary risks. I should have held off until I had a scroll that could identify those things. That was foolish. All right, peace out, guys. Let's press space here because I think it'll show you our high score listings. There you go. Thanks who made the high score board. My highest score ever was somebody named Rodney. I guess I have gotten above Rogue. I've been champion. Who was killed by a troll on level 16. I guess I've gotten past level 19, or down to level 19 as well, with somebody named Farsden. Well. Incidentally as well, you can see Norbert killed by a quagga. There was some consternation when we were playing Moria about what the letter Q represented. I was calling it a quagga in that game until I found out it was a quasit. In this game, it's a quagga. That's where I got that notion from. All right, guys, I am out of here. Have a great day. I'm gonna um, look at probably the Warlock of Firetop Mountain next if I can get that intro video shot. See ya later. Stop recording.